LPT Request: How to stop people from smoking in alley. Basically what the title says. I live right above a bar and employees of the bar smoke in the alley right below my bedroom window. I've tried to let it go and just close my windows. But it's getting to the point where I smell it all the time. I've already reached out to the management of my building, who asked the bar to talk to the employees, but it keeps happening. Any ideas? Edit: I forgot to mention that I live in a smoke-free city and there are no smoking signs in the alley. You live above a bar, it's not gonna happen. Air purifiers are pretty cheap, and if you live in a city or above a bar, lol, they help. I'm not even in a big city, but with the wildfire smoke blowing down from Canada this year, I ended up buying an air purifier and I'm very happy with it. Maybe put some kind of HEPA air purifier by the window and run it constantly. Spray liquid ass under your window. Close the window and get an air purifier. If you want to be able to open your window, move. I am 100 on your side, but there's not much you can do. I've never heard of a smoke-free city before. That's interesting. Why would there be no smoking signs in the alleyway in a smoke-free city? And in a non-smoke-free city, how does someone enforce smoking in an alley? I'd probably just set up a box fan in the window blowing outside. Go into the restaurant around 3:30, not during the lunch or dinner rush. Sit down at the bar. Buy a drink and some food. Talk to the bartender about it. Ask if there is somewhere else they can smoke. Give them a fatty tip and ask them to share it with all the smokers. When you see the workers smoking in a different location, go down and thank them. Buy an air purifier. If you're still smelling smoke with the windows closed, you need your windows resealed or new windows. Was the bar there when you moved in? Air purifier. Put it right in the window if you can and keep the window closed. You can't stop people from smoking outside a bar. Annoying. Yes. But you're the one who chose to live above a bar. I hate cigarette smoke, so I get it. But that's life. You can try to make the alley inhospitable to smokers by all sorts of means, from hostile architecture to pouring water on them to cussing them out every day. But smokers are like cockroaches everywhere, and you can't get rid of them for damn near anything. Put a portable AC in the smoke window, specifically a single hose unit that exhausts air only. This will create negative pressure in your apartment, and if you seal up the affected windows and open a window that isn't affected, you shouldn't smell the smoke. You are not going to be able to stop this. Keep windows closed or move. Set up a speaker and play Baby Shark on a loop. It's most likely something that won't get resolved if that's where those employees only can take their breaks. Your best bet would be to invest in some smoke and odor spray you find pleasant. You're going to have to shut your windows or move. When you live near a bar, you live near a bar. There's nothing really you can do. An alley seems like a reasonable place for a smoke break. Close your window and get an air purifier. I mean, I hate to be that guy, but maybe don't live above a bar. Start smoking, it won't bother you as much. Open window, shout out Gardy Lou and throw out contents of chamber pot. Have you asked talking with the employees directly? As everyone is mentioning, pick your battles. If you are extra nice, they will feel bad about it. Take some cookies and explain you have a health problem. Ask them to move a little bit farther away. Every time they forget, kindly ask them to move a bit. The key word here is kindly. They have no reason to go to other place than to be nice. So fight fire with fire. Do you also need the bar to stop playing music by 6 p.m. to get some peace and quiet? You can't control what other people do there. It's not your alley. Your request should be on how to reduce the smell. Check with your local health department. Non-smoking restrictions usually include a minimum distance from doorways, windows. Can you talk with the employees directly? Sometimes when people meet the affected party instead of management, it's received better, but only if you feel safe enough to address the employees. Perhaps there's another spot to smoke? Do you have a balcony fire escape? Get plants and water them. You might be clumsy and accidentally water the smokers. 2. Go drink in the bar. The smokers are all outside in the alley. So rather than trying to go and battle them, why don't you just put a fan that blows air out from your window? That should mitigate it. That or get an air purifier. Some will even measure the particulate matter and maybe the bar will compensate you partly for it. Smoke-free city? Shit and piss in a bucket and dump it out the window like a medieval peasant. You cannot control other people. Adapt or move. Why'd you choose to live above a bar if you don't like people smoking outside your place? I mean, you live above a bar. I'm not a smoker. I live in a state where only approximately 9 of adults smoke cigarettes. National average is like 15. Alabama average is 18.5. Smoking isn't common here, but you live above a bar. People tend to smoke when they drink. You can't stop them from doing that. They're gonna go out back smoke. I would get yourself a good air purifier. Keep your window closed at night. Op really thought smoking was banned in his city. Lol. Restaurant people are way too stressed out, overworked, and underpaid except for server and bartenders, and jaded to give a shit what anyone says and will not hesitate to walk out. If an alley is outside of a bar, it's gonna get smoked in 100 and should be expected. Think of like living next to a train track and not expecting noise. You could contact the local health department. Let me guess, the noise downstairs bothers you too? Take up smoking and join them. Don't rent an apartment over a bar. You can't. Don't make your problem other people's problem. Bright, motion sensor light pointed at the smoking area. Make a batch of fake vomit. Put it out where they will see it. They will go elsewhere. Recipe: overcooked spaghetti in a blender with a couple peas and a random carrot. A dash of vinegar. Try living somewhere else. Take a video with your phone. Call the police. File a formal complaint with the city. If the city has a smoke-free initiative, they'll definitely follow up. Threaten to fine the bar. Make it more hassle for the bar to let smokers smoke in the alley than not. Do not speak with the bar directly. They'll know it's you that complained. If you make the complaint to the city, it'll be anonymous and could be anyone who lives in a nearby building. Move to the suburbs. Lol. You actively chose to live above a bar. And am now upset about things people do at bars? Are you also upset that they drink at the bar as well? What city is no smoking? Serious question. Are there such a thing? Put out an old piece of pizza surrounded by a circle of flour to find out what you're dealing with. Is the ally public property? If so, you loose. Take the opportunity to water some plants on that windowsill. Thoroughly. What a coincidence to be reading this. I work for a nonprofit, and last night we had a speaker from the Lung Cancer Association give a talk and mentioned exactly this. You have the right to a smoke-free dwelling. It's your right. Contact both the Lung Cancer Association and your city council. Be persistent and it'll stop. Best of luck. The bar was probably there first. The smokers are outside. Not to be too rude, but I feel you're being pretty nitpicky and unreasonable to make everyone else bend to your will when you can move apartments in the bar. Yes, when people drink they still smoke cigs. Unfortunately can't. It sucks, but next time don't pick to live over a bar.